What is your American dream?
My American dream is just to be really happy and, achieve whatever it is I've set out to achieve. I had a dream of coming to New York and I'm here now, and for me it's just achieving those dreams and having this sense of freedom and happiness that I did this.
My American dream is connecting with my family and my friends and just being a part of that and enjoying every moment as it comes.
This is my dream. I'm a happy woman in America, in New York. So, vive l'Amérique!
My American dream, personally, to continue doing what I'm doing for as long as I want to, as long as possible, in a way that I feel liberated and where I bring joy to other people.
My American dream, we just want to go out, keep that German work ethic, do as best as we can, contribute to society as much as possible, and pass that on to our kids.
I'm living it. I'm very blessed to be doing what I do. I'm a singer. I have my own record. I have my music out. I feel very blessed to be here on the East River, playing with this great band and living my dream.
Everyone has a right to the American dream.
Groundhog Sam! Well, holy moly, look at all this! What in the heck? This family of mice gets a condo built? They must be the luckiest mice I've ever heard of. Look at that! It's a log cabin. This is quite amazing, I must say. And they've got fresh fruit and vegetables just given to them? What? All around them. It's like it's heaven for mice. Oh my God, they even gave him mealworms and he gets bottled water? He made them a house out of a dried up pepper so they can eat while they hang out? He has a bicycle? No one's made me a groundhog-sized bicycle. I don't think I wouldn't want to bike around the city. It would be amazing. I tried the city bikes, but my legs are too short. I'm feeling like I'm getting a little short-thrifted here. I mean, I had my box, and I got my pillow and my sticks, but I don't have this. Oh my God, let me get Brad in here. Brad, Bernstein, to the conference room, please.
Hey, Sam, what's up?
Check it out. This guy found one mouse and he made a whole village for him, like a condo for him and his whole family. And I mean, I thought I was happy here in the conference room with my pillow and my sticks, but I really think you should, build me something like this, like a condo,
Sam, we don't have time to build you condos. We're putting on a 2-hour show every day. And let me tell you something. When we found you, you were living in a hole under the ground, and now you're living on Broadway in one of the most expensive rent districts in all of New York City and maybe America, and you have a nice pillow and a nice job. Come on, Sam, you can't ask me to do all that for you.
But Brad, I do so much for you, and I've been here almost a year already, and I mean, I would like my own space.
Didn't we already have a conversation about a week ago where I promised to buy you 2 pretzels a day, 1 for breakfast and 1 for dinner?
Oh, yeah?
Instead of 1, and you know how unhealthy the pretzel is. Your doctor said only have 1 pretzel, and I'm giving you 2.
Yeah, that's true.
All right, so, don't be so...
Brad, I think I still deserve it.
No, you don't, Sam.
Oh, this guy,
no,
if you
no,
want
I don't have time to build you a miniature mouse town.
Well, it wouldn't be for mice. It would be for me. It would be a little bigger.
It's even worse. You know how much time and effort that's going to be, Sam?
I would help.
No, you need to work on the show. I need to be a lawyer. I need to help answer immigration questions. It's enough. I'm going out on the street every day, whether it's raining, it's sometimes snow, and I'm finding a pretzel man for you every day.
And I appreciate it, but I still would like to have something like this. And you know what, Brad?
This is fine for right now, Sam.
I don't think you appreciate me
I
enough.
appreciate you.
No, I'm taking off.
What?
This is it. Goodbye, Jeff Bosey. Goodbye,
Sam.
Cordella. Goodbye, Malia. Goodbye, Carol Anderson, the tiger. Goodbye, Tamika. Even goodbye, Rob J. Roberts. And I know you don't really like me, but goodbye. I'll miss you. Goodbye, Brad.
No, what?
This is it, everyone. I've had enough. I don't know why someone would get a condo and not me. I'm doing so much work. I don't know what that mouse is doing for that guy besides digging up his lawn. I do so much around here. I'm out of here. I just have to get to the elevator buttons. Oh, hi, Brad. Can you please hit a lobby button for me?
Where do you think you're going? Just because we have a fight and we have a disagreement doesn't mean you have to pack up and leave. Very good friends fight all the time, and then they sit down, they work it out. You don't just leave and give up everything we've done here for you. Think about all the good times we've had, Sam.
Brad, you're right. I'm so sorry. I just get hot-headed sometimes. I'm totally gonna stay. You know I love you.
Sam, groundhog shouldn't have this much stress, okay? There's no reason to freak out and have to leave. Here, give me a hug, Sam.
Okay, Brad, you know I love you. Thank you. Well, Brad is right. Very good friends sometimes fight and then they make up. I do get a little hot under the collar sometimes. I'm really glad that Brad and I made up. So anyway, did you miss yesterday's episode of Brad Show Live? Well, in case you did, Rana Abdelhamid came on to speak with Brad. Rana is a first-generation Egyptian American. She grew up in Queens, New York, and when she was a teenager, a man came up and tried to grab the hijab off her head. After that, Rana got her black belt in karate and started a global movement called Malika that supports women's empowerment through self-defense and entrepreneurship. And she's also one of the youngest people to ever serve on the board of Amnesty International. Rana is incredible, and it was a very interesting segment, and now I'm gonna have to learn how to do karate myself. And now, the moment you've all been waiting for, Brad Show Live, starring Bernstein with co-host Belgium Kim and Yonathan Yo-Yo Elias. Enjoy!
Welcome everybody, November 30th on a Friday, and last day of Brad Show Live this week. Sorry, Rob J. Roberts, Sam is still with us. He was the only one who said good riddance, Sam.
Damn.
He saw that, by the way, Rob J. And that was, by the way, that totally cracked me up. We're watching
hilarious.
it, because the first time we see this is, I went in and acted, whatever that may be, for 2 minutes, but, I never saw the final cut.
Right.
And
that was hilarious.
it was hilarious with the flashback. It was cracking. We were totally cracking up.
You guys had some really intimate moments.
We've had some intimate moments. He was in my hospital.
Right.
He was there with me.
In your bed?
I was surprised
In your
that he was
bed?
there. He was there twerking with me.
Yeah.
On the first twerk, I'm surprised we didn't put that in there. On the first twerk, he's on he's on the chair going, "Go, Brad, go!"
That's true.
hilarious.
He's been your cheerleader from the start.
That's right. But he was a little bit of a hothead today.
He was.
Yeah, he was. I think sometimes he gets very or she. We don't know.
We don't know. We still don't know.
We don't know. Androgynous Sam.
Sam.
I think it gets a little to his head that he's like becoming a very famous groundhog.
Yeah, well, maybe he feels a little unappreciated.
He said to me, Tom Cruise doesn't get this type of treatment.
Right, that's true.
Right?
That's true.
And I said, you're not Tom Cruise yet.
Dang. You
Dang, he thinks he's Tom Cruise.
He just needed that reality check.
Yes.
Fans.
Bring him back down.
He goes, does Tom Cruise live with sticks? No, he gets a whole mouse village.
Groundhog Sam is in the comments.
Yes.
He's saying, hothead.
Oh my God, this is about to be unsquashed. If we
This was
keep talking.
a reality show.
Yeah.
Like, it literally was
we're about to have another fight, me and Sam.
Yeah.
All right, Sam, you're not a hothead, okay? But you're not Tom Cruise either yet. Welcome, Belgium Kim, Yonathan, Yo-Yo Elias. We missed you, Yonathan.
I know. I really missed you guys.
Where have you been?
I was in California
on your unapproved vacation.
I was with my family. I had to see my dad and my mom.
He just disappeared on us, Yonathan.
I was there just for a week.
Now he claims everybody knew, but nobody seemed to know about this vacation.
I did tell you guys.
Who knew about this vacation?
I told you guys about this when I bought the tickets a month ago.
Oh, you think? But I'm going to tell you something. The Monday we come and we're like, "Where's Yonathan?" And no one knows where. And then you texted like 2 minutes. I'm on vacation. I told you guys. We're like, and everyone's looking and like, when did you tell us this? Right? Is that true, Belgium Kim?
And I told you too.
Is that true, Belgium Kim?
And I told you too.
There's not a person.
I will not comment in this story.
Yonathan, there is not a person on Brad Show Live that you were taking a vacation.
Guys, I definitely told you guys. But it was great. You know, I was swimming, 77-degree weather.
Well, Jealous Sean is on your side. She says, welcome back, Yo-Yo. We're happy you're back and you deserved your vacation.
Oh,
and nobody, by the way,
Yeah.
Yonathan works hard and he's in an off-Broadway musical. He just finished his reality series. He's doing live show with us almost every day, 2 hours a day. And does bar mitzvahs and weddings Friday and Saturday nights. The man is, overtaking Jay Leno as the hardest working man in show business. So nobody says you don't deserve a vacation. What we're saying is we also deserve to know when you're taking a vacation.
This is true.
That's really, what we're saying here.
I really thought that y'all
knew. So Belgium Kim,
Yeah.
when will you be disappearing and not telling us about your vacation?
Oh, I say, mine is already in the calendar for May.
Yeah, because Belgium Kim says, damn
What's
it.
happening in May?
My brother's getting married.
No, but Belgium Kim said to me earlier today, she goes, damn it, if Yonathan could just take off, you know what, Brad? Well, there's going to be a week I'm out. No one's going to even know.
Text you to let you know.
Right. I'll tell you where to send my paycheck.
It would be like 10:46 a.m. and Jill would be like, where the hell are you? And get your ass back here.
Exactly.
That would, no.
But, Kim does multiple things. She
does.
Assistant producer.
Yeah.
Okay. She handles associate producer.
Yep.
Excuse me. Assistant associate. Is there a difference?
Yes.
Yes.
You're the associate producer.
There you go.
Because the associate producer gets a key to the executive washroom. The assistant producer does not get a key.
That's funny because I have yet to see that key.
The assistant. Well, I thought you were the assistant. So now that you're the executive, I will make sure that you get the key to the executive washroom. And in addition to that, Kim handles our Instagram posts or helps in doing a lot of the social media. So she's also one of the hardest working people in show business.
Oh, thanks
right?
for
But on
evening
top
that
of that, you can't leave because you're the only one who knows how to turn the machine on. Because when Kim is not here, nobody knows how to turn the machine on.
Right.
To send the feed to Facebook and YouTube.
And it's impossible to teach anyone.
That's right, because it's flipping a switch.
Yeah, it's hitting a button,
but Kim doesn't
too much stress on us, guys.
Well, no, Kim doesn't tell anybody because she's like, whatever I do, I've protected my job.
Exactly.
This is true.
Right.
This
It's smart.
is self-preservation.
That's right.
No one knows which button it is.
That's smart.
Yes.
So any event, I see everybody in the comment section is squatting up. Squat up, everybody.
Squat up.
Jonathan came in and goes, what is this squat up? And I said, well, it's our new thing. He goes, that's dope. Isn't that what you said?
It's
dope.
I like it.
So Tamika Nelson, squat up Burke. Deion Watson saying hello. Jeff Bosey. Was Guan trying to use his little patois there. Tamika Nelson, squat up Lisa. Cordella Douglas, squat up everyone. Good evening. And Christy Consali saying hello. She's not in on the squat up yet, but Tamika Nelson definitely is. Squat up Lynn. Asset Lindo, it's Friday. The weekend is here. Hello, my people. Asset Lindo, it's time to say squat up.
Squat up.
My
Squat
people,
up.
right?
Squat up.
Abigail Taylor Watson just mentioning a whole bunch of names, but not using the word squat. Sankey White on the squad bandwagon. Squat up, everyone. Blessings. Peace. Or
Amen.
thank you.
Yes.
Was that peace or thank you?
It could be both.
It could be both, right?
Yeah.
Or blessings.
It could be all of that.
Right, all of that. Deion Watson, how are you? Barbara Lord, Lynn Brown, and who else we got here? Carol Anderson, the Tiger, saying, evening, Brad, Kim, Yonathan, Sam. How are you all? I'm doing good.
Yeah.
Doing amazing.
But Carol, the Tiger, wants to know how everyone else is doing. Belgium Kim?
It's Friday, so I'm doing fantastic.
And Yonathan?
I'm doing great. I actually just got another gig, a hosting gig.
Hey.
Hosting gig for what?
I will be representing the African millennials on a digital show. As they have a season 3, so I'm one of the new hosts.
We do it on the weekend. I thought you were going to tell me.
No,
by the way, by the way, it's live 5:30 to 7:30 Monday through Friday.
I told them, I was like, listen, I already have a show I'm on. You guys can't mess with it.
You got to do it on the weekends.
So so now I basically have no free days.
Denisha Castillo sending her loving kisses to you all. Kimmy, Pooh, Yo-Yo, Groundhog, Sammy, and my boo, Brad.
And my boo, Brad.
Yes.
Denisha's extra thirsty today, Brad.
Yeah, I see that. Dawn Harriet, squat up. Dawn Harriet getting in on the squat up. Squat up, Tamika, Dion, Barbara Christie. And who else? Barbara Lord. I think I said Barbara Lord already, right? And anybody else here? Melissa Gucci Williams.
Whoa.
I like the middle name.
I like that too.
I like Melissa too, and I like Williams, but Gucci makes the name.
Gucci's
dope.
ish, yes.
As Yonathan. Yonathan has
Gucci
been.
is dope.
Yonathan, I told Yonathan about an email we can't talk about, but
Ooh.
right, but he goes, that's dope also.
That is very dope.
Right?
That's,
Yeah,
yes.
that's the dopest. Wendy Brown, what's going on? Princess Martin Uniqueness. And Patrona Collins. And who else here? Andreen Spence, how you doing?
Ooh,
How you doing?
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 You doing? I've seen a lot of new people.
A lot of new people? Like who?
Yeah, Susan Edwards listening in from Toronto.
Wow.
Siobhan Nash said hi. Prince
Yeah.
Abstain Kuban's Thames.
All new people.
All new people. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Squad up.
And
Yeah.
Angela Barrett turning into a top fan today. Hi, Ma.
Yeah.
Right? And Wendy Brown. And who else we got here?
Denisha said, Brad, I'm not hearing my name coming out your mouth.
Denisha, what are you talking about? I said I gave a whole Denisha thing.
We did a whole Denisha thing.
Wait,
but yet right there she is.
what language are you speaking, Denisha?
Yeah.
We talked about you.
She's
All right.
staring at your mouth instead of what's coming out of it.
Lolita Platt. And who else we got here? What about Rich Kid C Squad Up?
Hey, Rich Kid C.
Right, and Unique Sterlis, big up to the Brad Squad. And of
Love
course,
it.
we can't forget all our friends on YouTube. YouTube is overtaking Facebook.
Yeah, they
Ooh.
are.
People on YouTube watch longer,
Yep.
Yeah.
okay, and they stay longer, and they have as many almost consecutive views yesterday, or contemporaneous views as Facebook.
Yeah.
Wow.
Cordella Douglas, how you doing? Carol Anderson, the Tiger, watching on both Exo Cavallo XO says hi, Brad and Kim, how you doing? Nezzy Show TV, hello to the team watching on both feeds. Afzal A with the Squad Up.
Yeah.
Afzal A is paying attention.
Afzal
You know who's not paying attention?
Who's
Kimberly Moore. Hey, 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 family.
Oh, she's definitely not paying attention.
Oh, that's not you?
Whoever she is.
That's a
She's
different person?
Definitely not. That's me.
You're supposed to say Squad Up, Kimberly Moore.
I actually
What
wrote
happened?
that-
You're like not even following directions here.
I wrote that during the countdown.
All right.
And hey, it's
All
one of
right.
my
No, it's
lines.
not. We had a whole conversation yesterday.
I
No,
just said
hey,
it.
hey, hey, hey.
I just joined the Squad Up crew.
Yeah,
So.
so
Oh, wow.
Kimberly
Oh,
Moore.
I didn't know about it.
Wow, look at him.
Kimberly Moore, can you join the Squad Up crew and tell everyone Squad Up?
I already did. Scroll on down, Brad.
And Afzal A
Jeez.
wants to set up a GoFundMe page for Sam's house.
Right.
I think that's right. We should start a GoFundMe page.
Can we do that for my student loans too?
But let me explain something to you. We would end up in jail like that couple who,
Yeah,
right?
well,
Because Sam really doesn't need a house. He's a puppet.
He's an inanimate
Yeah,
object.
he's an inanimate object.
When,
yes.
right, when he's
Ja
not with his
Love,
best friend.
hello everybody. Terry Ann Carvey says hello. Alicia Allen, hello everyone. Happy Friday. Audrey Lawrence, Yo-Yo is so cute.
Oh,
Making blush.
He's
Is
blushing.
Yo-Yo went from black to red just now? Did
Can you see?
he go from black to red a little bit?
Apps.
Yeah.
Black.
Marge Hicks saying hello. Monica Williams says, hey guys, great show. And that's what we got.
Grandma said that Yo-Yo's the male Tiffany Haddish.
Yes.
Who's Tiffany Haddish?
The Eritrean
She's real. Is she
Tiffany-
Eritrean?
Why,
She's
why,
like
you
Eritrean.
showed me a picture of her.
Tiffany Haddish. She's
Yeah.
like on every show, movie. Now she's a comedian. She did.
She's
she,
pretty.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
you've showed, is that the person? Or no,
She's-
somebody different?
I
That
didn't
was your
show you.
sister
Yeah.
who was gorgeous.
Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't show you Tiffany.
God.
You
Haddish.
never showed
Yeah.
Yo, you
she's
think
a-
Yo-Yo's handsome? Okay, wait till you see Yo-Yo's sister.
His
okay?
entire
You
family.
put Yo-Yo next to his sister. You go, Yo-Yo, who hit you?
Who-
Who hit you with the ugly stick?
Basically.
Okay,
I'm the ugly one in the
yeah,
family.
I swear to God,
That's
there's a
true.
picture of Yo-Yo, and he's a handsome guy. Okay, and he
I'm
has
the
his arm
ugly one in
around
the
this
family.
woman. I go, wow, who's this girl? And I'm thinking it's going to be his girlfriend. And he goes, that's my sister, and don't even think about it.
Right,
And
baby sister.
that's exactly what he said. And I go, yeah, well, if it's a baby sister, then she's too young for me. And so I go to Yo-Yo. I go, who the hell hit you with the ugly stick? Look how pretty she is, right?
I definitely have a beautiful family, and I am
Yeah.
the the black swan.
Do you struggle having, because I'm the same way where I have insanely attractive siblings. Now, I'm insanely attractive, you're insanely attractive, we're insanely attractive people.
I'm good.
However, do you feel pressure?
Absolutely.
Right?
Yeah.
That's how I feel.
Absolutely.
See, I just try to get by on my sterling personality.
I was gonna say, what do your siblings look like?
My mother is if you saw a picture of my mother who's 80 years old, she looks like she's 60, and everyone says she's gorgeous.
Wow. Okay.
My sisters are gorgeous. I got hit by the ugly stick in my
So
family.
we
Ugly stick gang.
What I say is, you know what? Where God made up, where God, didn't give me the height and stature, and perhaps where God didn't give me a full head of hair, and perhaps where God gave me my nose was too big, my eyes are too shut, my lips are too small. I make up for it in a sterling personality.
Tom Cruise doesn't have that kind of personality.
All right, so any event, we got to get to our schmooze. We got a lot going on today.
Yeah.
Stick around. We have a fun show today.
Yeah, we do.
Because besides having no share game, because we're tired of demanding people to share and they don't, so we're not going to do it.
Nope.
So instead of a share game, we are going to play fake news with the Brad Squad.
Ooh.
So stick around after we answer our immigration questions. We're going to play a game of fake news, which is always fun on a Friday. But in the meantime, we do have to schmooze and see and go around the world on Schmoozing News, Brad Show Lifestyle.
Yeah.
That's right.
Schmoozing News on Brad Show Lifestyle. I thought we were supposed to have a card. Maybe not today.
Right. It's a graphic design situation.
Who's supposed
I
to be
thought,
next?
like, if Tom Cruise,
Oh my God.
went into
I'm so done.
if Tom Cruise went into his media room and said he wants a card before he says, and now it's time to schmooze, Tom Cruise would get it. Okay? Brad Bernstein walks in and says, I would like a card before we go into schmoozing. And I get in my ear, well, when the hell did we have time to do this?
100%.
But then, yeah,
I was going to say,
and
Tom
now I'm
Cruise's
going to yell that
staff.
Tom Cruise's staff is like 100 people.
Yeah, right.
We're 4.
Right. Tom Cruise, the size of Tom Cruise's staff that handles just one of his social media, that puts his shoes on in the morning is bigger.
Right.
Sorry, Brad.
right.
We're not at you're not at Tom Cruise level.
I'm not at Tom Cruise level yet.
Not quite yet.
I'm reaching there.
But listen,
You are.
2019 goals.
2019 goals, right?
2019
Hashtag
goals.
2019 goals.
We're-
Tom Cruise or bust. That's going to be our new
2019
hashtag, Tom Cruise or bust. 2019 goals. By the way, somebody hit up Tom Cruise. Tell him we're really,
between Dwayne The Rock Johnson and Tom Cruise.
I think I may have to switch from my Halloween costume for next year. Is going to turn into to Tom Cruise because I think I'm tiring of Dwayne The Rock Johnson a little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah, I like him.
You know that
but it's time to have a new hero.
That means you have to jump out of a plane.
It's okay. He does his own stunts.
Top
I do
Gun.
my own stunts on Bradshaw Live. I did twerking, right? That was a stunt. I did twerking all over the
And
place.
got injured.
And I got injured doing it, all right? Just like Tom Cruise jumped out of a plane and broke his ankle on Mission Impossible, right? And I promised everybody if we did 1,000 shares that one night that I was going to do a flip off this table. Also would have done my own stunt. Also would have injured myself. But we didn't get to 1,000 shares. But I was ready to do my own stunts.
You were.
All right, so now we are ready. Oh, it's still up. Schmoozing with Brad. That's what it is. Schmoozing with Brad.
Is schmoozing
Is that
with
what
Brad.
is that what this segment is called?
Why do you not know that?
I don't know. I just thought it was schmoozing. I didn't realize it never said schmoozing with Brad.
It's been like that for months.
It's been like that for months.
Do you know that the date is at the top of your card?
So meanwhile, a huge earthquake rocked Anchorage, Alaska.
Yeah.
You never really hear about earthquakes
Right.
in Anchorage, Alaska. It happened this afternoon. It was the U.S. Geological Survey said the magnitude of the earthquake was 7.0. Governor Bill Walker, the governor of Alaska, has declared a state of emergency. Tsunami warnings are being issued for the entire west coast, including British Columbia and Alaska. So if you are in that area, please stay away from the beaches. Because when the tsunamis come in, I don't know if you guys remember the last video we showed of the tsunami that was somewhere in Asia.
Oh my
there it
gosh.
is. This is what it looks like when
Jeez.
you're on a hotel near a beach and the water comes flying in through windows. It's very, very dangerous. So please stay away. Cracks can be seen in 2-story downtown Anchorage buildings. They're really not built. They're really, here's the, you know, this is what's going on over there.
Yikes.
This is the earthquake in Alaska right now. Cracks could be seen in a 2-story downtown Anchorage building, and photographs posted to social media showed fractured roads and collapsed ceilings. Do we have the video, or maybe not, of the tsunami that went through the hotel in, was it Singapore or Asia? We showed it, or Japan, we showed it a couple weeks ago? Because that's pretty dangerous too. You remember that video, right?
But I think that they said that for this one there is no tsunami warning.
Okay.
They did one automatically.
So this is okay. So hashtag Bradshaw Live fake news. I just said Alaska's not known for earthquakes, and now I am reading paragraph 9 in my notes, and I was in error. I just assumed it was misinformation. I wasn't purposely.
Right.
You know,
you weren't disinformed.
But I never thought of Alaska as an earthquake zone.
Yeah.
But apparently, Alaska has over 40,000 earthquakes per year.
Oh, wow.
But the largest one.
That's crazy.
But they're always small.
Right.
So you don't really feel it. This is the first big one to
Yikes,
hit.
that's what it did?
Yeah, this is the first big one to hit in a long time.
The thing is, a 7.0 isn't, it's pretty big, but it's not that big. You know, like I remember like a 9.0, which was like huge.
Were you in a 9.0?
Yeah,
Where?
back in Cali.
You were in a 9.0 in Cali?
Yeah, I feel like it was about a 9.
I was in.
This was a long time ago.
Back in November of 2013, I was in Puerto Rico at the. I think the hotel isn't there anymore. The Ritz-Carlton in San Juan over Thanksgiving, and there was an earthquake, and I felt the building shake. And they told me it was a small earthquake, and it scared the living hell out of me. Okay,
so
because
scary.
there's no sound.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, you just start shaking back and forth. And then they told me it was like a 5.5, and I really thought I was like on the 7th floor. I'm like, this building's going to collapse. I'm going to die.
Right.
So I can only imagine what it's like in a 7.0 or a 9.0. It's got to be really scary.
Yeah.
That is terrifying.
Yeah.
Did you know, fun fact, that...
Fun earthquake fact.
Fun earthquake
By
fact.
Belgium Kim.
Thank you, college.
Yes.
The difference in 1/10 of a degree on a seismograph, so the difference between a 7.0 and a 7.1, the 7.1 is 100 times harder than the 7.0.
Wow.
So for every
So you would
0.1, it's 100
100
times harder.
Wow, I didn't know that.
Yep.
That is a scary fact.
It's a scary fact.
Because when you hear 7.0 or 7.1, you're like, oh, what's the difference?
But
it's a huge difference, obviously.
difference.
And nobody on the news says that.
Yeah, in terms of the actual movement.
Yeah, because
of
nobody
the
says that on the news. It's a 7.1, it's a 7.0. Oh, we've just, because like here, originally they said it was 6.7, and then they changed it to 7.0. That means it was 300,000 times harder of an earthquake than originally reported. Wow.
Isn't that crazy?
Very crazy.
Useless earthquake facts for you there.
Useless information.
Earthquakes are just horrible. They're just, hate them.
So meanwhile, in Buenos Aires, Donald Trump went down to Buenos Aires to meet all of the world leaders in their annual G20 summit. It is the summit of the 20 largest economies of the world. And unfortunately, because of Donald Trump, he is the cause of all of this. The world is in chaos. The world's not getting along with each other because Donald Trump came in and said, America first.
Right.
And he unleashed nationalism across the globe. Unlike Barack Obama, who was trying to mend fences, Donald Trump has unleashed nationalism across the globe based on his opening ceremony in the mall that he claimed that there were 10 million people there when it was the smallest crowd in the history of the world.
Ridiculous.
The host president, Argentina's Mauricio Macri, said the solution was dialogue, dialogue, and dialogue, and called for a clear message of shared responsibility. Now, that is a person who's not saying America first. That is a person who is saying we all have to get along. Let's hold hands and figure it out.
Yep.
You will never hear Donald Trump say that. So I can tell you already that Mauricio Macri, as much as he has good intentions, the United States is the leader in the world. And if Donald Trump says America first, it's nationalism across the globe, which is very, very sad. The United States has already canceled a public meeting with Russia's Vladimir Putin over the Ukraine. Vladimir Putin last week seized a Ukrainian warship without firing a bullet. They just boarded the Ukrainian warship. They towed the Ukrainian warship to Russian territory. They arrested everybody on the Ukrainian warship. All of those sailors, I think 50, 60 sailors on that Ukrainian warship, are in a Russian jail. President Trump was planning on meeting Vladimir Putin, nevertheless couldn't care less.
Right.
Couldn't care less, because it's Russia first. It's America first. There's no let's get along. Yeah, Russia wants to take Ukrainian ship and put all their sailors in jail. What do I care? America first. This is the world we're living in. And only because most of Congress and most of the Senate, even those who support Trump, said you shouldn't meet with Putin. It's bad optics. I guarantee you Trump is meeting with him behind closed doors anyway.
Absolutely.
There's also a big difference between how world leaders view climate change. We've talked about this time and time again. The 300 most important scientists on climate change, 10 different government agencies released a report in the United States that the world is getting hotter by 2 degrees every 10 years. And it is caused by man. And it is going to cause a 10% to 15% shrinkage of the U.S. economy within the next 50 years. And some parts of the world are going to become unlivable.
Yeah.
Despite the fact that 300 people said this, 300 of our most cherished, smartest scientists on global warming, on climate change, despite the fact that over 8 government agencies endorsed their report, Donald Trump looks at it and goes, I don't believe it. Without any backing of facts to say, I don't believe it. He's just going to keep polluting. Also a problem. So when the United States keeps polluting, why do other countries say we have to watch our environment?
Right.
Because we're going to get screwed at the end anyway, because our climate's going to change because of the United States.
Right.
It's America first, then it's France first, then it's Argentina first.
Right.
And of course the Khashoggi affair.
Yeah.
Okay. The United States decided they want to pick a war with Iran. President Obama made a peace deal with Iran for at least 10 years.
Right.
When he made the deal, I will be the first to tell you, I didn't like it.
Yeah.
I didn't think he should have done it. But in hindsight, it was successful for those 2 years.
Absolutely.
Iran stopped building a nuclear weapon, at least as far as we know. And there's been general peace, and there has been some sort of approachment between the United States and Iran. The idea being that in 10 years, the approachment would keep moving forward. Our relations would thaw, and maybe we won't be best friends, but we're not going to be enemies. Well, Donald Trump came in and said, America first. I'm going to break that deal. I don't care that President Obama signed this deal. And you know what it shows the world? They can't trust the deal with the United States.
Exactly.
Because what's going to happen, this is what's horrible about it.
Yeah.
Because I was not a supporter of that Iran deal, but it was done. And you want to know what? For the most part, it was working.
Right.
Okay? But this is the problem. Donald Trump comes in and breaks the deal. How can any world leader ever trust the United States that if they make a deal, the next president's not going to break it?
Yeah.
Right.
Okay? Trump broke the NAFTA agreement.
Yeah.
Okay, think about all the agreements. President Obama entered the Paris Accords
Yeah.
to eliminate this global warming. Trump broke it. This is why we have a big problem now.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So what's going to happen why would anybody make a deal with any president of the United States if the next president's going to break the deal?
Right.
For 200 years, every president who came into office said, I'm going to honor the prior deals because I want people to know that the word of the United States is gold, and I want people to honor the deals I make in the future.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
So, and also the Khashoggi affair now.
Yeah.
Okay, so the United States is now up at war with Iran.
Right.
I went off topic for a second, but it's something I've been thinking about.
Right.
Okay, so the United States went off topic now wants war with Iran again.
Right.
Kind of box them in. Basically, force regime change. We're going to make you suffer so much that either we're going to have a war because they're going to be a caged animal and they're going to have to come and fight back. These are the two alternatives. There's going to be a war because someone who's a caged animal is going to eventually come and fight back.
Right.
Or the hope is, at least from the Trump administration, that Iran is going to implode from the inside. People there won't be able to eat. They won't have money. They won't have housing. There'll be a lot of unemployment. And they're going to go and have an uprising against the Iranian regime.
Yeah.
That's a lot of wishful thinking. Because I think Iran has shown that they can take a lot of punishment and live through it. Just like North Korea.
Yeah.
Just like North Korea.
Yeah.
I don't know where economic sanctions have ever caused regime change. I know it has eventually caused wars because people feel boxed in. I've got nothing to lose by starting this war because the world's giving us nothing.
Exactly.
Right.
So unfortunately, I think that's what may happen.
You're just creating more resentment.
Now, how does this all fit into the Khashoggi affair? So Khashoggi was this permanent resident, green card holder of the United States. He was a citizen of Saudi Arabia. He was a newspaper reporter, and he was writing derogatory things about the king and crown prince of Saudi Arabia, that they're dictators, they're not good people. Whether what he was writing is true or not, I don't have the slightest idea. Maybe the king's the greatest guy in the world.
Right.
I don't know. Okay, but what happened was he went to Turkey, to the Saudi Arabian consulate in Turkey, because he didn't want to go back to Saudi Arabia to renew his passport. Because he knew if he went back to Saudi Arabia, he would be arrested.
Right.
Yeah.
So he went to the consulate in Turkey. They brought him inside, and 12 security agents for Saudi Arabia killed him and tortured this guy.
Ooh.
A permanent resident of the United States.
Right.
There is a tape that Turkey has released. They have a tape of his torture, screaming and yelling.
Yeah.
His fingers being cut off.
Oh my God.
Okay? It was a slow, horrible, horrible death that this man had because he was writing bad things about the king.
Right.
Whether they were true or not, I have no idea because I never read anything he wrote, and I never even heard of the guy until this happened.
Yeah.
Nobody heard of this guy until this happened, outside of maybe Saudi Arabia. Now he made this guy into a big thing by killing him.
Right, exactly.
Okay, so his message is now getting out there. Saudi Arabia king's pretty bad guy. Look, he killed me.
Yeah.
So Donald Trump says, America first. We don't give a damn. We don't give a damn that they just tortured and killed a permanent resident of the United States.
Right.
Because we need Saudi Arabia to overthrow Iran.
Jeez.
So that's what's going on at the Group 20 summit.
Yeah. It's kind of a cluster.
And apparently he had a friendly meeting with the Crown Prince when he was down there in Argentina.
I'm sure he did.
That's what it says here on paragraph 10. Now Trump said he would not beat Putin because of the Ukrainian vessels and 24 sailors. Oh, it was 24 sailors. I said 50 seized by Russia in the Black Sea near Crimea because they haven't been returned.
Right.
Okay. The second highest profile meeting is going to be between Trump and Xi Jinping, his Chinese counterpart, and based on what there is a $250 billion trade war going on between the United States and China right now.
Yep.
That'll be the next people we have a Cold War with.
Right.
But Donald Trump is winning.
Yeah.
What is he saying? Making America great again. Charlie Sheen was winning. Thank God he's not the president. Donald Trump is making America shit for the first time.
Right. It's kind of amazing when you know that Charlie Sheen has contributed more to a positive America than Donald Trump.
Unfortunately. So, meanwhile, I mean, we have so much stuff here. We're going to just do one or two more schmoozes.
Sounds good.
Okay. Donald Trump, I want to stay on Donald Trump for a minute.
Okay.
Okay. Now, he has this Russia investigation.
Right.
Okay. He says there was no collusion. He's done nothing wrong. Yesterday, we talked about the 197 indictments or charges brought up against people in the Trump organization or Trump campaign for criminal activity related to the Russia collusion, the campaign leading up to the election, lying and perjury. But Trump was going to drain the swamp. He's been more swampy than anybody.
Absolutely.
Okay. Now he says that he starts attacking Mueller and says Mueller is a Democrat when in fact he's a Republican. He was the FBI director under George Bush. He continued to be the FBI director under President Obama. He was doing a good job, but he was originally appointed by George Bush. Mueller was a card-carrying Republican.
Absolutely.
And Obama kept him on because he was doing a good job.
Right.
By all accounts, Trump says this is a witch hunt. It can't be a witch hunt when his campaign chief is going to jail, his assistant campaign chief is going to jail, his personal lawyer is going to jail, his national security advisor is going to jail, 3 additional people associated with his campaign are going to jail, but none of it is true.
Right.
It's a witch hunt.
Come on.
So what he says is these 13 Democrats who work for Mueller, and Mueller's a Republican,
Right.
They are on a witch hunt.
Right.
And Mueller, as a prosecutor, really can't say anything to rebut it. So in the area of public opinion, you hear Donald Trump. You don't hear a word from Mueller. He's not allowed to say anything. He's a prosecutor.
Right.
So, I was really, really pleased to see in the New York Times today, New York Times took it upon themselves, because nobody even knows who works for Mueller. You never hear about it in the news.
Yeah.
Right.
So the New York Times took it upon themselves to say, these are the 13 people who works for Mueller. These are the prosecutors that Trump say is going on a witch hunt after him, that they have these political motives to go after him. Okay? What Trump is saying when it's a witch hunt, that Mueller and 13 of the prosecutors, it's all politically motivated. They just want to get him. They don't like him.
Yeah.
Okay? And it has nothing to do with whether he did anything wrong or not.
Right.
Okay? These are the people. Okay? It's 14 prosecutors.
Yeah.
Okay? Zainab Ahmad, he's a former New York City federal prosecutor. She's a woman, is a federal prosecutor who built a reputation by successfully pursuing high-profile terrorism convictions, including several al-Qaeda members. She is one of the 2 people on Mueller's team who prosecuted Michael Flynn, the president's first national security advisor. They helped secure a plea with Mr. Flynn. The next guy is Greg Andres. He's a prominent trial lawyer who made his career handling complex money laundering cases, particularly surrounding organized crime groups.
Oh, wow.
Okay, Lawrence Atkinson. He's been working in the Justice Department's National Security Division for the last 8 years.
Wow.
Atkinson secured the plea agreement from Cohen and the grand jury indictment of 13 Russians who carried out part of Moscow's interference effort. Michael Dreeben, a leading expert in criminal law who has made more than 100 oral arguments before the Supreme Court. Some as the Solicitor General. Dreeben is handling all the pretrial litigation in his office. Andrew Goldstein led the Public Corruption Unit. This is Goldstein is next.
Wow.
At the United States Attorney's Office in Manhattan, where he prosecuted Democrat Sheldon Silver, the former New York Assembly Speaker, but he's an angry Democrat. He put the head of the Democratic Party in New York State behind jail, but he's an angry Democrat.
Right.
Okay. And he convicted, and Sheldon Silver was convicted in 2015, the head of the Democratic Party in New York State on corruption charges. Adam Jed. Jed has defended the Mueller team in pretrial litigation, including arguing that certain records should be sealed from the public. He joined the inquiry from the appellate staff of the Justice Department Civil Division. Scott A. Meisler joined the special counsel team from the appellate staff of the Criminal Division of the Justice Department. These are not political hacks. But these are not political hacks. These are long-time government attorneys.
Yeah.
Okay? Who prosecuted both Democrats and Republicans.
Absolutely.
Elizabeth Prelogar, the office's resident Russian speaker, joined the team from the Solicitor General's office and has been involved in pretrial litigation. She deferred her admission to Harvard Law School to pursue a Fulbright scholarship in St. Petersburg, Russia.
Wow.
James Quarles is one of the oldest and most senior members of the team. He's 72 years old. He was a Watergate prosecutor.
Wow.
Okay. Gene Ray, a former assistant attorney general, another former Wilmer Hale colleague of Mr. Mueller's. Wilmer Hale is where Mueller worked as a lawyer.
Right.
Has a hand in most of the special counsel's cases. And then finally, Brandon Van Gluck was on detail from the Justice Department's National Security Division until early October and was involved in several of the most public elements. Oh, there's more. 16 people. 14. We didn't get through all 14. Andrew Weissman. He's one of the highest prosecutors working for Mueller.
Wow.
Weissman has prosecuted mafia bosses and led the task force investigating Enron more than a decade ago.
Wow.
Aaron Zebley, considered Mr. Mueller's closest associate. Zebley often serves as an intermediary between Mueller's office and the Justice Department, who oversees the investigation. Zelby was part of the FBI agents who chased suspected members of al-Qaeda before the September 11th attacks, and he's credited with getting one of the conspirators to confess in the 1998 embassy bombing of the United States Embassy in East Africa.
Wow.
And finally, Aaron Zelinsky helped secure a guilty plea from Papadopoulos, who worked for Trump's campaign. He's one of the guys who were going to jail. And he handled grand jury questions of Roger Stone, who will eventually go to jail too.
Right.
A federal prosecutor on loan from Maryland. He worked there for Deputy Assistant General Rod Rosenstein, who is a Republican.
Exactly.
Okay. So the angry 12 Democrats, there are no Democrats, there are no Republicans. These are career prosecutors who just have one job to do.
Right.
Stamp out corruption, find the criminals, and prosecute them, whether they're Democrats or Republicans.
Wow. That's crazy.
With that said, we got to get to our immigration questions.
We do.
Do you want to just tell people to share out of the goodness of their heart?
Absolutely.
And then give me a chance to breathe for a second. And we're going to get to our immigration questions in a minute.
That's right.
All right, guys. Well, where's this camera at?
Right there.
Hey, guys. Hey.
Hi.
Well, it's my first day back,
Yes.
you guys, you know, from vacation. And I would love for you guys to share, you know what I mean? Because you guys have the power to help people all over the world. And it's so simple. And we don't have to do a share game every single time. So, Kim, let us know how to share.
You guys, you're seeing it on the graphic up on your screen right now. It's that little share button on the bottom or the top of your phone, depending on what you're staring at and what device you're looking at us on. But you're going to share it to groups, onto your own timeline. Share it to some friends you haven't talked to in a while. They're like, yo, you need free immigration advice, right? Of course you do.
Right.
Share it on YouTube, share it to your WhatsApp groups. Just copy that link and share it to WhatsApp groups through text messages and tell people what they're in for, which is a ton of fun.
Yeah.
And some information.
Oh, yeah, we do that too.
And some information.
Sure.
Some
And by the
very
way,
good
before we
information.
get to our answering immigration questions, Afzal A had a great idea. He said, Brad Dwayne The Rock Johnson 2020 for president. I want to replace Dwayne The Rock Johnson with Tom Cruise.
Ooh.
I think it should be Brad, Tom Cruise for, you know, that should be the ticket. And I think it would work out well because Tom Cruise could be my body double when I need a break. I am 50 years old, remember?
Right.
Okay, so I need a break sometimes. Tom Cruise could step right in. Nobody would know the difference if it was me or Tom Cruise.
Wait,
we look that much alike.
Is it Tom Cruise older?
Tom Cruise is about 3 years older, but he
56.
Yeah, but he dyes his hair, so he's basically my age.
Dang,
Because
he's
there's no way,
56?
there's no way his hair is not gray. He must be dyeing his hair every week.
But although a salt and pepper Tom Cruise, I would be on board.
You'd be on board for Salt and Pepper?
Oh God, yeah.
Because I'm Salt and Pepper Brad.
Yeah,
Or Salt and Pepper Uncle Brad.
I'm on
according to Lisa
board. I'm on
Blum-Rose.
board the Bernstein train.
The Bernstein train. Toot, toot. All right, so this is what we got. We got, I'm going to answer your immigration questions now. Call right now, 1-800-529-5465. Hopefully I'll get you an answer. All right, Cindy in Queens, New York. How are you?
Hello, hi,
Cindy.
how are you? I'm great. So my question is, I want to know if it's possible to go back to being an F2B family-sponsored recipient instead of the F1 family-sponsored.
If you got the I-130 approved as an F2B and that priority dates are faster, you can request to put your case back to the F2B category if your parent became a citizen after the I-130 was approved.
Okay, no, I still haven't gotten approval yet. I've been waiting over 5 years, so I was wondering...
but then your parent became a citizen already. You should still be able to do it. I just think they give you a harder time if the I-130 wasn't approved, but you can certainly do it. I would not notify immigration that your parents became a citizen. They won't know the difference. They're going to approve it as an F2B, and when you go to adjust your status or you go for visa processing, you're going to tell the National Visa Center, the Immigration Service, my parent became a citizen, but I'm electing to stay in the F2B category. So the answer is yes.
Well, the problem with that was they usually say that if you become a citizen, you should inform them.
You should inform them.
Had done
okay,
that.
that's fine. All right. So then what's going to happen is after it's approved, you're going to have to ask to go to revert back to the F2B category.
Oh, so I still have to wait on an approval
Wait
before
on
I
the
can
approval.
revert?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and then
Okay.
after that, I just send a letter to the service center requesting it.
You would send it to the National Visa Center, requesting it, because I assume you're not going to be able to adjust here unless you're 245I. So you're going to end up having to do a provisional waiver. So when the case gets to the National Visa Center, you're going to ask them to revert you back to the F2B category.
Okay. All right. Okay. Well, thank you.
And you don't seem to be convinced on my answer, but that's the way to do it.
Well, no, I mean, you said that I won't be able to adjust the status. Why is that?
Have you overstayed your time here?
Never.
Oh, okay. So what's your status right now?
I'm just traveling on vacation.
Okay,
I have a
all right.
10-year visa.
Okay, so you're not going to adjust your status here. You're going to do visa processing. You come to visit, but you're going to end up getting your green card back home.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Because you can't come
Okay,
up. You can't come up here as a visitor with the intention of getting your green card and adjusting. You'd be denied.
Yeah.
So you're going to get your green card in where are you from?
Jamaica.
Okay, so you're going to get your green card in Jamaica. So who handles the green card in Jamaica? The National Visa Center. So that's exactly where you're going to do it.
Okay, so let me just see if I get this straight. So in my current status of F1, I should still wait for an approval.
Correct.
And once the approval is
National Visa
given,
Center.
and I hit up the National Visa Center, let them know that, hey, they need to go back to F2B.
Correct, and you're allowed to do that because the case started as an F2B.
Okay, perfect. All right.
All
Thank
right.
you.
You're very welcome. Let's go to Alam in West Palm Beach, Florida.
Hi, how are you?
How are you?
Good. I want to apply for my parents and my sibling. She's 14 years old, a minor. So I'm a citizen, and I'm trying to apply for them.
Where's your sibling?
They're in Bangladesh.
Okay, so unfortunately, if you were to file for your 14-year-old sister, she's going to wait 12 years. So the way to do it is you file for your parents, they come up here, then they're going to file an F2A petition for your 14-year-old sister, and then she'll get a green card 2 years later. The problem is who's going to live with this 14-year-old while this petition's pending, and unfortunately one of your parents are going to have to go back and forth or switch up and tag team back and forth, but that's the way to do it.
So she can come.
No,
she can
she's not
come
gonna
with them
no,
for
they're not going to allow her. It's a sad part of the law that I think should be fixed.
Okay, but she can come in a different visa for a temporary, like for tourists, like for a few days, and then
she can
stay
try.
with us, and then
She can try to get a tourist visa, but they're not going to give it to her. Because they're going to say she has the intent of staying.
Because I'm her brother, right?
Correct. So what you need to do, is file for your parents. They come to America, and then somebody's going to have to go back and forth and stay with file an I-130 for your, a mother or a father filing for the 14-year-old daughter, but they're going to have to go back and forth for a year or two until she gets her green card too.
Right. There is nobody in that country, Bangladesh. There is nobody.
Okay, so then the parents are going to have to come at separate times. Or you have one parent come, file the petition, one parent stand behind, and then the second parent will come with the daughter, and you kind of just delay filing for the other parent.
Before I apply, can I do an invitation just as a tourist, or just applying? They can apply as a tourist, or I should invite them?
And apply for the tourist on their own. I don't think you inviting them is going to make any difference. Let them apply for the tourist visa.
Okay,
right.
thank you.
All right.
So
but if you want a consultation, hold on one second. Let's go to Maxine in Miami, Florida. Maxine?
How you doing?
Hi, Maxine.
I have a question for you. I filed for my son in 2012.
Right.
And it's been 7 years now, and I just wanted to know when I filed for him, I was a green card holder. Can I opt out of F1 and go back to green card?
Yes. Everyone could opt. If you filed and you were originally in the F2B category and then the parent becomes a citizen, you could opt out and go back to the F2B category if it's faster. You just have to request immigration to do it. We just had that caller 2 calls before.
Okay, because
we can help you to do it. So hold on 1 second, okay? Let's go to Bling in Bronx. Bling, how you doing?
Hey, what's up, man? I'm good. You?
Good. What's going on?
Good question. My 2-year expired the December the 10th, right? But however, how can I find a petition saying that I'm still with my partner?
Why did you have about 10 days to go, right?
Yeah, like less than, maybe like less than 10 days.
All right, so this is what you need to do. You don't walk, you don't jog, you run as fast as you can to my office because we got to get something filed within 10 days or you're going to be illegal and they're going to put you in deportation. Hold on 1 second. Hold on.
All right.
We don't have time to bullshit with him anymore. Nope. He's just got to do it. Excuse my language, Bling, but come on. Mr. Green in Huntsville, Alabama.
Yeah. How you doing?
Good.
Sir?
What's going on?
Okay. I was married in Seoul, Korea. My stepdaughter was 19 at the time that we got married.
Yeah.
And my other kids were underneath my umbrella. And all this time I've been trying to, we filed for her green card and everything.
Who's we? Who's we? Who's we filed? You or your wife?
Well, my wife did.
Because you can't file for your stepdaughter.
Yes,
you got married when she was 19. So under the law, she's not your stepdaughter. So after your wife got her green card, she filed for her, and apparently what happened is now she's probably 21 and in the F2B category.
Yes.
Okay. So when did you file for her?
We filed for her in 2017. We got married in 2014, and she was 19.
So unfortunately, she has about 5 more years of waiting.
We have what?
About 5 more years of waiting for her.
5 more years?
Yeah.
Okay. And the reason why I called is because of the fact that we've been to other attorneys and everything, and we were told that there's nothing we can do. We can wait it out. Her tourist visas, her working visas, and everything has been disapproved because of the fact that her mother, her sisters.
Okay, so the answer is this. Correct. They're not going to let her visit because you already have a pending application for a green card. So they're going to say you're not coming to visit, you're coming to live here in America by evidence of the fact that you've already been filed for. So they're not going to give her any sort of work visas. And the answer to your question is there is nothing you can do to speed up the F2B category. It is what it is. That doesn't mean that there's other options. Maybe she can get sponsored in a job for a green card. She gets sponsored in a job for a green card, that only takes 18 months. So perhaps, to answer your question, there is nothing that anyone can do to speed up the F2B category. It is what it is. You're on the waiting list. It's 5 more years. Now, to follow up on that, are there other options to get a green card? Yes, there are. Whether or not she qualifies or not, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, she graduated top of her class for a working visa in the United States, and she was going to go to Orlando, but because of her visa status, because they disapproved it.
I understand what you're saying to me. She's stuck in South Korea. They're not giving her a visa, and my answer to you, I think, was pretty clear. You have to find not another way to get a visa. They're not going to give her a visa. You can look for other ways to get her a green card. Why? Because they can't prevent her from getting a green card because they're not giving her a visa because they're saying you're coming to live permanently. But when you get a green card, obviously you're coming to live permanently. So it's not an issue anymore. So the answer is there another option for a green card? Maybe, maybe not. I have no idea. But she's not getting another visa, I agree. And you can't speed up the F2B. Now, do you want to have a consultation to discuss other ways to get green cards? That's what we do here. Hold on 1 second. Let's go to Pierre in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. Pierre.
Hello.
How you doing?
How are you doing, sir?
What's going on?
I've been married with my wife, so I filed my citizenship, but the father of my wife already filed for her to get a green card.
Wait, you're married to your wife, and who filed for her to get a green card?
Yeah.
Who filed?
No, I don't file for her to get a green card.
But you said somebody else filed for her. Who was the other person who filed for her? I didn't hear that part.
Her father.
Her father did. Okay, when did her father file for her?
Yeah, her father filed for her to get a green card.
When?
But I filed for me to get. That's like 3 years ago.
What
in December.
What was 3 years ago? The father filed for her 3 years ago?
3 years ago.
Okay,
yes.
is the father a resident or a citizen?
Resident.
Okay, that's the end of the case for the father, because as soon as you married her, that ended the case. So the father has no application for her anymore. So now it's all rests on you. Are you a resident or a citizen?
I'm just filed for the citizenship.
Okay, so
but I was thinking about to cancel the father stuff.
It's already. Guess what? Guess what? It's already canceled. As soon as you married her, that was the end of the case. You don't have to cancel anything. It's over. You file for your wife now as a resident. When you become a citizen, you upgrade it, and hopefully she can adjust her status. That's the answer. And we can help you if you need help, okay? So hold on. Let's go to Alice in Livingston, Pennsylvania. Alice.
Yes, this is Alice.
Hi, Alice.
Yeah, I've been, I'm a citizen. I have like 3 children in Africa. I went and adopted these children. I go to Africa like almost like 2-3 times a year. These children are like, they
How
have
old are
single parents. One is 12, the one is 11, and the other one is 4.
Okay, question for you. Question for you. Where are the parents of these children, the biological
parents? Of this, yeah, the mother of the 2, the one that is 12 and the one that is 11, their mother is dead.
Okay, and
But
where's
their
the father?
Their father is there. The father has like 4 other children. He can take care of these children.
The father is here in America.
No, it's not here. It's back.
Okay, but the father basically abandoned these kids.
It's not like abandoned. It couldn't take care of them.
Let me ask you a question. When you adopted these children, did you go to the father and say, "Here, sign the kids over to me"?
Huh?
When you adopted the children in Africa, did you go to the father and say, "Hey, Dad, sign this paper giving me consent to do an adoption"?
Yeah, okay. As we went to court, everything is done.
I didn't ask that question if you went to court and everything is done. I asked you a different question. I said, when you went to Africa and you did the adoption, as part of the adoption process, did you go to the father and have him sign a piece of paper and say, "I am giving these kids to you"?
No.
Did the courts strip the father of his parental rights?
Yes.
Yes? Okay, so now, what have you done to bring these children here?
I just came, I went to my lawyer because when I came to this country as a refugee, I went to my lawyer with this paperwork. He said, "Oh, I can't do nothing about it because you have to go and stay with these children."
Okay, your lawyer's a moron. All right, let me explain to you what you do. Okay? So, yes, that is one of the ways. But, and the reason why I was asking, did the father sign over the kids or did the court strip him of his parental rights? Because if the father signed the kids over to you, then they are not orphans. And then, yes, you got to go live with them for 2 years and you totally screwed up. If, in fact, the court in Africa stripped the father of his parental rights, they said, "This is a stinky father. He doesn't deserve to be their father. The mother's dead." Now the children are orphans. They got no mother, no father. Now you can file an orphan petition here in America. You also have to do a pre-adoption in Pennsylvania, and you can bring the kids over, and you would have to, re-adopt them in America. But that would be the process by doing an orphan petition. All right. So we can help you. Hold on one second. And it's because you got lucky that the father didn't sign them over. Hold on. Let's go to Katrina in Missouri. Katrina.
Hi, Brad.
How are you?
I just discovered your show, and I have to say I love it.
Thank you.
I love it. You're so funny.
Thank you.
So
I love her. I love her. So let's talk more, Katrina. Compliments. I love compliments.
Yes.
Tell me more.
Where have you been my entire life?
I don't know. Oh, wow. She loves it. Katrina, what can I do to help you, my dear?
The right tree right now.
Yeah, what can I do to help you? Let me spruce up here.
So last year in August, I filed for the removal of condition based
Katrina, you just ruined it for me. You're married. Okay.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
Well, I'm divorced.
Ah!
So I'm a waiver.
Okay.
I'm divorced.
All right. So where are you from originally?
I come from France.
Okay. And
So,
and so you got married. You were in a bona fide marriage. You're now divorced. You're filing a
Yes.
waiver based on a bona fide
Yes.
marriage that didn't work out. Good. So what can I do to help?
That's right. And I think that I have a really good case. I have a lot of documents.
Great.
And well, I asked my ex-husband to write an affidavit explaining why we didn't work out.
He doesn't need to. Just keep him out of it.
I know, but I already did, and I
Okay.
think that was a mistake.
I think so too.
Because I was told that USCIS does not usually contact the ex.
They don't.
Unless.
That's why I said leave him out of it, because
you-
all he can do is ruin it for you. He can't help you. Okay, but you did it.
Exactly, and
but
we
you
had
did
a
it,
fight
But you did it.
last year.
Okay.
And
But as
so
long
he
as-
threatened to call USCIS.
So call
and say that-
USCIS. Don't let anybody ever. When you're in the right, okay, you're in a real legitimate marriage. You're divorced. You're entitled to a green card, and your husband says, "I'm going to call USCIS." Go give him the middle finger, the bird, whatever you want. Go do whatever the hell you want. I'm going to get a green card anyway. Period.
Okay,
Don't let him
I was
threaten
just
you.
worried because he did write an affidavit,
So what?
and so.
So what?
Okay.
All right, you
Okay.
got it. You got
All
enough.
right.
You got
I'll-
enough. Don't worry. All right. And if you want me to review
Okay.
everything, I'm happy to. Hold on. Let's go to Happy Home in Birmingham, Alabama. Happy Home. Happy Home?
Yeah.
How are you?
Yes, I'm here.
What's
I'm
going
fine.
on?
How are you?
Good, good. What's going on?
Yeah, well, I have a question here. I'm a U.S. citizen, and I've been trying to bring my mother and my sister just to visit me.
Right.
But just for a couple of months.
Right.
And what's going on in my embassy in Tanzania? They're denying to issuing the visa for them. I don't know what's going on. They have applied for a couple of times, maybe 5 times or something like that. But every time they go, they deny. So I don't know what's going on. I
Because
don't know what I should do.
They don't believe they're going to return. To get a visitor's visa, you have to show that you have enough ties to your home country. It's not about what you do. It's about what ties do they have to their home country to prove they're going to return after a visit. So I don't know what they're submitting, but I'm happy to have a consultation with you to see if there's other things they could submit. It's not you, it's them. It's not me, it's not you, it's me, you know, like when you break up with somebody. But it's in this particular case, it's them, not you. Hold on. Let's go to Nana in Columbus, Ohio. Nana.
Yeah, so thank you for this show. I've been watching you. It's so good.
Thank you.
All right. So I've got actually like 2 questions, but I'll go on with the first one. So I'm a green card holder. I have a daughter back home in Africa. So I want to ask, is it any possibility that I can file for her?
Yes. How old is she?
She's like 3 now.
Yeah, go file for her. How did you get your green card?
I came in with the lottery, the American lottery.
Okay. So, yes, go file for her now. It'll take about 2.5 years.
2.5 years.
Yes.
All right. So
now, if you were you not married to the mother, or you were?
No, I'm not married to the mother.
So because you're not married to the mother, immigration is going to make you jump through a lot of hoops. Not only do you have to prove you're the biological father, but you got to prove you have a relationship with this kid. You send money, you visit, that type of thing. So make sure you're ready to prove that.
Yeah. I visited like 3 times.
And you send money.
Money all the
so
time.
just make sure you're ready to prove that, and you're okay.
Okay, and my last question. So, like, if arrested like in 2014,
you were arrested.
Yeah.
For what?
Yes. Like I was arrested for like false information. That's what they put on. So I went to court like this year, and they ruled it as disorderly conduct.
Sounds okay to me. Disorderly conducts are generally not crimes. I don't know how it's defined in Ohio, but every disorderly conduct I've ever seen is not a crime. If you want to be 100% certain, have a consultation with me. I'll be happy to review your disposition and look up the Ohio law. So hold on one second.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go to Kim in Nashville, Tennessee. Kim.
Hello.
Hi, Kim.
Hi. Yeah. I recently went for an interview, but I messed up. I didn't reveal to them that I had a misdemeanor.
That's a misrepresentation.
Yeah.
Misrepresentation.
So the next day, I sent in my disposition the next day.
Yeah.
Yeah. So about a month later, they sent me a letter to tell me they need all the documents from the arrest and everything. I wasn't arrested though, you know. That was my first time and everything.
Sounds like you're screwing up everything. Don't do any more. Don't send them anything. Have a consultation with me. Whenever you have a crime, immigration wants you to send them everything. A lot of times that basically hangs you. Okay? You don't want to do that. Stop. Come to me. Hold on one second. Let's go to Chantel in Stamford, Connecticut.
Hi. Good night.
Good day.
My boyfriend, he's been here for like 18 years. Now, in 2015, he and his stepdad got into an argument, and it got physical. He was arrested, but it dropped to breach of peace. Last year, he got involved with this girl that he just met. Right. He left her at his house, and she stole some stuff from him. So she agreed to return some of his stuff, but she didn't want to give back the phone. She was an iPhone. So he grabbed the phone from her. Now, the next day, she brought police to his house, said that he stole her phone. So they wanted him to plead guilty and get 1 year probation, but he said, no, he's not going to do that because it's his phone. So we want to know if when this case is finished, if he can fight for his citizenship.
You're asking me about the case of the broken, dropped phone. I have no idea. It depends what he pleads guilty to. I have no idea.
No, he did not plead guilty because he said he's not going to plead guilty because
the answer to you is I have no idea. There was a fight over a phone. It dropped. It's stolen. Whatever it is, the man hasn't pled guilty to anything yet. While you have a pending criminal case, you can't file citizenship. When the case is complete, you have to let me talk. Let me talk, lady.
Okay.
Excuse me. I don't know why I'm being so mean to you. But so my apologies. But once the case is over and the judge says plead guilty to something, then you come to me, okay? And then I will say by pleading guilty to this, you can't become a citizen, or by pleading guilty to this, you can. Okay, but I don't know right now. How could I tell you? Do you understand what I'm saying? How could I tell you about somebody who has a fight with a phone, whether they're going to become a citizen or not? I need to know when they plead guilty to something, or if they don't plead guilty to something.
But what if the case get dismissed? Like, do you have to wait 5 years?
Well, you have to prove good moral character. So even if the case is dismissed, you still need to show good moral character. Now, one arrest and a case dismissed, I would argue all day long you're going to become a citizen. If he has multiple arrests over the last 5 years and they were all dismissed, then it's a problem.
He has 2.
Okay, so he may have a problem. Maybe he needs a consultation with me, I think. Hold on. All right. Let's go to Wayne in Queens, New York. Wayne.
Hey, brother. How you doing
What's
today,
going on?
man? Good evening. Yeah, I'm asking, if someone is like a permanent resident, and they have a U.S. citizen child, and they get like food stamps for that child, could that bar them from, like, the parent from applying for someone?
You could apply for anybody whether you get food stamps or not, but if you get food stamps, you may need to get an affidavit support from someone else, because by definition of you getting food stamps, you can't support yourself, let alone other people.
Okay, so it doesn't bar you from doing it.
It doesn't bar you, it just may be...
You would need an affidavit of support.
You're going to need a second affidavit support for sure, and I would suggest getting off the food stamps while this case is pending, because it just really hurts the case a lot, if you can.
Okay.
All right?
Yeah, and then another question. Any updates on SIJ, Special Immigrant Juvenile Support? New York?
Yeah. For the 18 to 21-year-olds, the judge overturned immigrations in a temporary injunction. A judge overturned immigrations ruling that 18 to 21 New York SIJs can't get a green card. They should be processed, but who knows if immigration's dragging their feet or not. So for people in the 18 to 21 SIJs that the judge overturned with the temporary injunction, they should be filing mandamus actions against the government to force them to complete the case.
Okay, so the government say they should get.
Yes, but the government's not doing anything about it. So they're just sitting there not doing anything with the case. That's when you file the mandamus. All right?
Okay, so if someone has something pending like that, they could come see you?
Yes. Hold on one second. Let's go to... I don't know who this is. Hello?
Hello, Brad.
Yes.
How you doing?
What's your name?
Oh, my name is Steve. She just say, hold on and put me on hold.
Yeah. I didn't get the name. I apologize. What's going on?
Oh, well, I just called to tell you that you probably don't remember me. I called you like a year ago. And I had a sick case and some suspended driver's license, and I just got my citizenship.
Oh, congratulations, man. Nice.
Thank you.
You listened to me.
Yeah.
Oh, congratulations. I don't remember your call, because I take a lot of them,
Right.
but congratulations. I'm glad it worked out for you. There's so many people I help I don't even know. So I really appreciate, I really appreciate that you call and let me know. It makes me feel good.
Yeah.
Now
that
I feel good, I won't call the next woman, lady, stop talking. I'll be a little nicer about it.
Yeah. So I'm going to swear in a couple of weeks.
Congratulations. Congratulations. Way to go, Stephen. Thank you for calling in. I appreciate it.
No problem. Man.
All right.
Thank you.
Thanks for the nice words. Okay.
All right. Bye.
All right. So, what do we got here? Anna. So our Miami field correspondent, Anna Escona.
Yeah.
And we're going to get to social media in about 2 minutes. So don't go anywhere. Our Miami field correspondent, Anna Escona, has a lot to say about Donald Trump these days, like myself.
Right.
Okay? And he recently made an announcement that he wants to end birthright citizenship. So people who are born in the United States and you're not legal, and the parents are not legal, he says they shouldn't become citizens. Now, obviously, Donald Trump can say whatever the hell he wants, but that needs a constitutional change. That means the Constitution has to change, so it's not going to happen anytime soon. But in the meantime, let's watch what Anna Escona has to say.
Hey friends from the Brad Show Live, I'm Anna Escona. President Trump wants to end birthright citizenship by executive order. Since 1898, ruling by the Supreme Court, the 14th Amendment has guaranteed birthright citizenship to anyone born in the United States, even if their parents are illegal. Now Trump is basically saying that he wants to take the right to a U.S. citizenship from babies born to non-citizens. This leaves me with many questions. If we change the 14th Amendment, does this mean that babies already born in the U.S. to parents of non-citizens, does this mean their citizenship will be taken away? This leaves me with many questions. If we change the 14th Amendment, would all of the babies already born in the U.S. to non-citizens, would their citizenship be revoked? Like, how is he even going to determine this? Trump says the 14th Amendment could be changed by Congress with a simple bill or by his own executive order. But I'm not sure he understands the process for amending the Constitution. An amendment must be proposed by 2/3 majority in both the House and the Senate, and then needs to be ratified by 3/4 of the states. But obviously right now we don't need this battle with everything else that's going on. According to the Migration Policy Institute, ending birthright citizenship for future children of parents who are in the U.S. illegally would increase the undocumented population by 16 million by the year 2050. That means millions of Americans won't be able to work here legally. And how is that going to help our workforce? Or does Trump just think that he's just going to deport all these millions of people all at once? I don't think so. That wouldn't be a smart thing to do anyways. This would also cause a major identity crisis because these children born in the States by parents who are non-citizens are not going to have a citizenship, and the countries where their parents are from are most likely not going to give them a citizenship either. So where do they stand? Anyways, that just doesn't make any sense.
Anna Escona, not only is she really beautiful, she's really smart. Super smart.
Yeah.
I like her.
Yeah.
Love us some Anna.
Do you like her?
I love Anna.
You love Anna. What about you? You like or love her?
I got to meet her. Like,
I never met her.
I was gonna say, you're the only one who's met her in real life.
Yeah.
On this panel.
That's
I
right.
know.
She
I forgot to hit her up when I
I've
went
talked to her
to
on the
Miami.
phone.
Yeah.
But I've never met her in person.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
All right, we got to get to something called social media check-in.
All right, for our first one, we have one from I'm a Survivor. I'm a Survivor. Can a J1 travel home after removing the 2 years home waiver? I asked on Tuesday, but didn't get the answer.
I did answer that. The answer is yes.
Oh, okay.
I remember that.
Can always go back,
Yes.
family.
Maybe she didn't hear it.
Maybe.
Fajuyi would like to know, I've got a friend in Africa whose husband unfortunately died here in a hospital in New York. She wants to come get her husband's death certificate, but she's been denied a visa. What can be done in this situation?
You can get a death certificate by mail. You don't need to come here for the death certificate, so that's not a good reason to get a visitor's visa.
All right, Curly Girl Shauna on YouTube asked, can an undocumented person get public housing?
No.
Carly Loden said.
Although if you have U.S. citizen children, depending on what jurisdiction you are, maybe the city or state of what jurisdiction you are may give the public housing to the children who are their citizens. But you as an undocumented single person is not getting public housing.
Right.
Carly is wondering, I got my green card and one of the letters is missing off of my middle name. What should I do?
Keep the green card or return it and ask them for a new one with your proper name.
All right, Kim Moore.
Yes, queen.
Jonathan.
She's like us.
I know, she's like us.
She's like us, but not us.
But not us.
She's right. Kim Moore, Jonathan. I mean,
Jonathan.
Jonathan. That sounds like your mother. Jonathan, come clean up your room.
Our couple name would be Yana Kim.
Yes.
Yana Kim. Right. So this is kind of us together.
Correct.
Yes.
Okay. If you were convicted of a drug charge in 1987, deported and given a 10-year no re-entry, can the child who is a U.S. citizen invite the father back just for a visit?
No, that father's never coming back ever with a drug charge.
We've got a question from Ola Gundoye, who said, what will happen if a person married another person 90 days when he got here? So we don't know if it's before or after. So
you're going to file an adjustment and file a waiver, most probably. Committed a misrepresentation.
All right, Fuad has another question. How long for USCIS to take to review initial evidence for N-400?
They'll accept your case. You're going to get a receipt. You're going to get an interview in 9 to 12 months. That's when they're going to review it all.
We've got another question from Ifini. We got this. Sorry. I've been on the waiting list for over a year and a half after I filed an asylum application with my family. We have employment authorization and we have our social security numbers, but we're still waiting. Please, when should I be expecting to hear something, and when's the likely time that I'll actually be scheduled for an interview?
What is she filing for?
She claimed asylum. She filed her asylum application a year and a half ago.
They're going backwards. So my guess is another year and a half. So the people who are filing right now get interviews in 2 months. People who have been waiting the longest are going to wait even longer.
What?
Because what they're trying to do is discourage people from filing asylum claims. Because a lot of people say, I'll file an asylum claim. I heard my friend took 5 years. I'll get a work permit for 5 years and I'll worry about it in 5 years. They don't want people doing that anymore. So what they're doing is that the people who have been waiting for years, they're going to wait longer and longer. But if you have that idea that I'm going to file for asylum just so I can get a work permit, your interview is happening in like 90 to 120 days, 180 days. You're not going to get that work permit, and if it's a bogus asylum claim, they're going to put you in deportation.
Sheesh.
So they're stopping new asylum cases and doing nothing about the old ones.
Wow.
That's basically it.
Wow.
So
all right, Susie Diamond has a question. My son is a citizen and is about to file for me, which I'm here in the U.S. Do we have to file the I-131 travel document because I have no intention to leave the U.S. before my filing is complete?
Do it. It doesn't cost any money, and you never know what emergency you may have in the future.
Krishna said, my brother-in-law is in process by marriage, but USCIS is saying that he submitted fake documents. Do you think you can help? My brother-in-law is from Nepal.
I don't know. I mean, if he submitted fake documents, he's going to get denied. If their documents aren't fake, then we'll get him approved. I got to look at these documents and see what's going on. But yeah.
All right, Naveed Akram on YouTube says, hey, I'm from India, currently on the F1 status valid until February 2020. My wife is a green card holder, wants to file my I-130 form. What are my options to stay and work in the USA after my opt? Can H-1 be filed with 130 pending?
Yes, because an H-1B has a dual intent of immigrant and non-immigrant. You can do an H-1B after you filed an I-130. It's not a problem.
Oh, I don't know that we've ever gotten that
No.
question. Nana would like to know, if I'm married to an American citizen and they were arrested for giving false information, but the court ruled it as disorderly conduct for noise making, and I've been put on a year probation. If I've lived in the U.S. for the last 5 years, could this person file for citizenship? They go back and forth between my friend and me. So. But so, yeah.
Really
the answer is, Nana, you need 5 years good moral character to become a citizen. So whenever 5 years is up after that conviction, then you can do it.
Perlin Squire has a question. I filed a I-129F. They sent me a I-797 with a date on it of October 19th, 2018 to February 18th, 2019. It's a month since they sent me this form. What does the date on the notice mean? I'm anxiously waiting on your reply, please.
Can you say that one more time?
Yes, I knew too.
Yeah, because my whole screen went blank.
That's
odd. Yeah, so
that's not good.
Okay, but now we're
no good. Okay, so I filed an I-129F. They sent me I-797 with a date on it of October 19th, 2018 to February 18th, 2019. It's a month since they sent me that form. What does that date on the notice mean?
Means you got to get your visa by that date, or that's no good anymore. So you better hurry up.
Hurry.
And then basically you have 6 weeks. You better call me so we can call the embassy to get this straightened out, or you're going to be filing a new fiancé visa.
Skylar wants to know, my friend came on an H-2B visa, found out she was pregnant, and had 2 major surgeries. The baby lived for 2 weeks and a couple of days in the NICU. The visa expired on November 12th. This person is from Jamaica. Could they adjust their status? She would love a consultation, but can you give her some advice?
They would have to be married to adjust their status. You don't adjust your status because you overstayed and had a medical issue.
Alfred Graham says, good evening, Brad. Asking for a friend. She came in on a B1, B2 visa from Jamaica and got married to a green card holder. And the husband filed for her. She got her I-130 approved, and the lawyer said she needs to go back to DOA 601 waiver to go back to Jamaica for an interview. They live in Miami City, so they need your advice. Thank you.
How did she come here?
Came in on a B1, B2 visa.
And she's married to a citizen?
She is married. She got married to a green card holder.
Well, you can do a provisional waiver and go home, or you can wait for the green card holder to become a citizen and adjust here. Those are your choices.
Arlene says, is it true that the I-751 interview is now mandatory? And what are the chances that someone is going to be called for an I-751 interview if it's not mandatory?
It's not mandatory, but most people are getting called these days.
Kimberly Smith says, went for an interview in August this year, had a shoplifting misdemeanor, but was too shy to reveal.
We spoke to them on the phone.
Got you. Eds says, hi, I want to ask if there's a way for an overstayed B2 visa for 2 years to adjust to employment based for nurses. I have an I-140 petition approved with a priority date in January 17.
No, you can't adjust unless you're 245I. Maybe you can do a provisional waiver and go home if you have parents who are residents, or a spouse who's a resident, or a parent who's a citizen.
Cammy Baby wants to know, can a 19-year-old file for her 21-year-old undocumented husband?
Yes.
Sean Williams says, if a person goes in for a 10-year green card interview and gets denied because the other spouse wrote into USCIS and said the spouse committed marriage fraud, would that person be able to refile?
Marriage fraud, you can never refile. So if you refile, you got to prove that immigration has it incorrect. You did not commit marriage fraud. The burden's on you to prove that the first case wasn't marriage fraud. Once you're labeled as marriage fraud, you're barred for life from getting a green card.
So how can you prove that?
Well, I had a case. You know, sometimes, you know, you go in for an interview. I'll tell you about a case I had. Okay, you go in for an interview, and the spouse is mad at the other spouse, and they walk in, they purposely screw up, and then they take the spouse out, and they talk to the U.S. citizen, who then signs a piece of paper saying it's a fake marriage, and they said, aha, screwed you. And now they get divorced, and now the man goes back and marries a second woman.
Right.
They denied him. He was a very nice guy. They denied him because the first case was marriage fraud. So you have a situation where you have a spouse who says marriage fraud. So what do? You prove the spouse is a liar.
Wow.
Okay, and that's what we had to do, and then we overcame it. Sometimes immigration does a field inspection. They go to the house, and the spouse isn't there. Maybe they're working out of town for a little bit. They say, aha, discovered their spouse doesn't live here with you. That's another example I had. And marriage fraud, and that marriage broke up, and now they do a second marriage. You got to prove immigration's field inspection was screwed up.
Oh, wow.
So, but the burden's on you.
That's crazy.
That is.
Yeah.
Angela said, I'm asking for a friend. She came here over 13 years ago, but illegally had a son. So she had a son while she was here. If she gets married now, is she able to get filed for by her new husband?
She had a what?
She had a son. So she came here 13 years ago, undocumented, had a U.S. citizen child. Now she's married to either a permanent resident or a U.S. citizen.
Yeah.
And she's wondering if that's going to cause any problems.
Go file.
All right. Ugiomo Ezobo.
Ugiomo.
Yeah, Ugiomo.
Did you meet him at the pizza festival up at the Bronx?
No.
Okay,
I did not.
Ezoba.
All right. I don't think he's Italian.
I don't think he's Italian. Yeah,
but
it's
just the way you said it sounded Italian.
Ugiomo.
Just the way you said it sounded Italian.
Ugiomo.
Hey, Ugiomo, we need more mozzarella.
Right.
It just sounded Italian.
It did.
Come out.
Until I read the last name, I was like, yeah, definitely not Italian.
Yeah, no.
All right, so how long does it take for an AAO take to review denial VAWA?
Years. You're sometimes better off just refiling a new one.
Oof.
Damn.
Oluwatimi asked a question on YouTube. He said, I've got a friend that had a traffic stop and was taken to jail for driving without a license. This was 10 years ago. Could he file for citizenship now?
Yeah.
All right, Leonard Bates on YouTube says, thanks so much, Brad, and I so appreciate you and the time that you give in answering everyone's questions. Now, what waiver do I have to file if I overstayed my visa and I'm about to adjust my status?
If you're adjusting your status to marriage, you don't need a waiver at all. So there's nothing, you just file the adjustment. I just wanted to go back on the other guy, who I assume he got taken to jail. If he was found guilty, he was just found guilty of driving without a license, which is not a deportable offense. And it's more than 5 years ago, so he has good moral character, so he's free to become a citizen. If he was found guilty of something more serious, I should have thought about this, then he should speak to us. I don't know what he was actually found guilty of.
About that, too, and that was 10 years ago.
Right.
Is that?
Yeah, because he has 5 years good
that?
moral character, and he got dragged to jail for driving without a license. If that's all it was, driving without a license is not deportable. So even if he was found guilty of it, he's not deportable for it. And it's more than 5 years ago, so he has good moral character, so he should be okay. But again, I'm assuming that's what he was found guilty of, so I just wanted to make that clear.
Nice addendum, Brad.
Yes, thank you.
Victoria would like to know, if you're a citizen, how do you apply for your adopted son if he's 15 years old?
If he's in another country, I hope he's an orphan, and you did it as an orphan, or you got a big problem. If he's here in the United States, you show you lived with him for 2 years, then you file. If you've lived with him for less than 2 years, do a sitch.
Chanel McDonald says, what if a father starts applying for citizenship in 1999? At the time, the child was 16, got a citizenship in September 2000. I became 18 May 2000. Would I automatically become a citizen? I came to the U.S. as a green card holder at 12 years old.
So the father became a citizen.
Father, yes.
Before his 18th birthday, and what year was this?
1999, so, and then the child was 16.
Back then, you go based on the old citizenship laws, not the new citizenship laws. So to become a citizen through your father, you either have to prove your mother was also a citizen, your mother's dead, or your father had legal custody of you through a divorce before your 18th birthday. Other than that, you're not a citizen under those scenarios. Because it was 1999. So when Prince said party like 1999, he didn't have to worry about certificates of citizenship.
Right.
Because if he did, maybe he would have changed the lyrics of his song.
Right, he would have partied slightly differently.
Yeah.
Till 1998.
Right, he would have been like, I'm going to party, but hope my father got a divorce and has legal custody of me. Then I'm going to party.
Right.
And that's all we got, bro.
That's all we got.
That's everything we got.
All right.
It sounds like it's just about time.
It is about time. Because I'm getting excited for my favorite game show of all time.
Yeah.
Okay? This makes The Price is Right look like The Price is Wrong.
That's right.
Okay? This makes like the Wheel of Fortune look like the Wheel of Crap. This is Bradshaw Live. Woo. Fake news or not fake news. All right.
All right.
All right. So, our lights even went out there for a
That's
second.
right. I know.
So
Was that real
in
or
Kim's
fake?
hand, and I'll explain the game quickly.
Yeah.
In Kim's hand are news stories.
That's right.
I don't know if we're going to be able to go through all of them.
We're definitely not going
I
to
see
be
you
able
have
to.
about
a lot.
Oh,
a
yeah,
lot.
no. I know.
All right.
I got
So we're gonna pick the 5 best ones.
That works.
Okay. And some of those news stories are real news stories. Some of those news stories are fake news stories. Jonathan and I don't know.
Jonathan.
I was
What's his
doing
name?
it as your mom.
His mother definitely calls him the right name.
Yes.
Right.
Jonathan and I.
That was fake news, y'all.
That was fake news.
First one.
First story is named Jonathan and Jonathan. Okay, Jonathan and I don't know what news stories they are. We have never seen these news stories. I swear on my life, I don't know what Kim is going to say.
He tried to take it, and Kim snatched
Snatched
it.
I said, "What is this? The fake news?" I went to open it, and
She
she got
said,
snatched.
"Rah."
Right, like 2 minutes before.
That's true.
All right. So, if Jonathan wins,
Yeah.
what is he going to do for the Brad Squad?
Wait. Why would
Wouldn't
he have
that-
to do
yeah,
something
wouldn't
if he
that
wins?
be the opposite?
Like if Jonathan wins,
Yeah.
you have to buy Starbucks for everybody.
Then I'll lose on purpose.
Okay. If Jonathan loses, he's got to get Dunkin' Donuts for everybody.
Okay.
Paid for by Brad Bernstein.
Right.
All right, how about this instead?
Ready,
Okay?
ready.
We play for pride.
There we go.
All right?
But I want Brad Squad to play along.
Play Brad Squad, play
Brad
along
Squad
too.
has to play along.
So we need, because I need help.
Mm-hmm.
Because I get this wrong all the time. I'm sometimes gullible on these news stories.
It's true. I'm a very good liar, Brad.
So I need Brad Squad to come in and tell me which way to vote.
Right. Ooh, so you're gonna take Brad Squad.
I'm going to take Brad Squad consensus. Correct.
I usually win this, guys.
Yes,
That's true,
right.
that's
Jonathan
true.
has won the last 2 times.
Yeah, he
so
has.
I need to change it up a little bit. All right.
You ready?
Ready.
Let's do this.
Oh, I'm only allowed 1 lifeline. Billy says. Like maybe I should call Tamika and ask her. You know,
She's gone, ain't she? She's
gone.
Didn't she leave?
No, Denisha left.
Right.
Denisha
We don't have the telephone numbers of them, right? Because I would call them and I'd call
You
somebody.
could just
and
ask them.
I could just ask them, but I want them to get on the phone. You know.
Yeah, and
That'd be
yeah.
cool.
Yeah.
One of you can call in if one of you want to call in and be Brad's
Who's-
lifeline.
right.
Yeah. All right, we'll see.
There you go. Okay.
All right.
So, first.
All right,
story.
5 stories.
5 stories. Let's do this.
Okay.
Okay. First story. The world's most relatable man set fire to his home while attempting to kill spiders with a blowtorch. A California man set his parents' home on fire. 29 firefighters responded to the 2-alarm blaze in Fresno, California.
Question for you: do we have pictures on this? Because I got to look at the picture to see if this is real or not. Okay. Yeah.
The flames.
There it is.
There
okay.
we go. Here we
All
go.
right. Okay.
The flames.
While we're sharing,
While
one
we're
second.
sharing.
Let's get that down. All right. So this is now the picture of the man who set his house on fire.
this
the
is the
firefighters.
Right.
After trying to blowtorch the spiders.
Right. He said that the man said that he saw a bunch of black widows, and so they he was house sitting for his parents. And he saw a bunch of black widows, so he grabbed a blowtorch, tried to kill him. No one was injured or killed in the blaze, but we don't know how the spiders are doing. He has not yet been identified. Is it real or fake?
You want me to answer first?
I
or-
would like either one of you to answer. Jonathan, is it real or fake?
I think it's real.
I agree.
There are some dumb people in this
this
world.
guy sounds like a dumbass, and it's real.
And it's in California.
Yeah.
People set fires for anything in
Yeah,
California.
Really? Yeah. Look what they just blazed half the state.
Right.
I say
Trifling.
true. And
I hate spiders,
and
so
Mia,
I would get the same
Mia
shit.
says it's true.
Right.
So Brad Squad's coming in saying it's true as well.
Yeah, Sandy said, well, California does have a lot of black
Yes.
widows. That's not, even whether it's true or not, if you have black widows, don't try to get rid of them by blowtorching.
All right, so Kim.
It's completely true.
All
Burn
right,
his
so 1-1.
down.
All right, so it's
All right.
1-1.
1-1.
Oh, people were saying it was fake.
No, I knew that was true.
Number 2.
Okay.
Trump has reached a new level of his vanity meter because
I know this because I follow a lot of Trump
I
news.
know. I don't.
Well, he ordered a replica Nobel Peace Prize to display on his desk in advance of him winning it. He's so confident that he won it that he took it upon himself to have his staff order a replica. He displays it prominently on the desk. It says it has a tasteful black velvet background with an engraved plaque reading Donald J. Trump 2018
That's a fake
winner.
picture.
Fake. You can't,
That's fake.
That's fake.
I
You
was
can't
going to say
do
it's fake
that.
before I saw the picture, and that was a fake picture.
Now, not all of these. Sometimes it's not just based on a picture. Sometimes it just.
Let's look back at that picture.
No,
That's
they,
fake. That's not what
they're not.
he's-
They're
that's-
not. He
they're-
wouldn't wear that. Like that's just.
What is he,
It's on
Flavor
his
Flav?
desk. It's on his
He looks
desk.
like he's Flavor Flav.
They said it's on his desk, but
I still think it's fake.
Yeah, because
I
you
still
can't,
think
you
it's
can't
fake.
just order
Nobel
a
Peace
Nobel
Prize.
Peace Prize.
And you know what? Brad Squad agrees, and that's because you guys are smart individuals. It is fake.
That is
Score
fake.
is
Yes, that is definitely
That would be
fake.
ridiculous.
All
I mean,
right,
he
all
is ridiculous.
We're
but-
two
Two
to
to
two.
two. So far, Jonathan.
All right.
Okay.
How about this? If I win, I get to call you Jonathan next week.
Okay. And
All
if
right. If I win, you
win,
can call me Brat.
Or
Bradley.
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 Okay, Bradley. Okay, Bradley.
Oh, I hate that.
I hate
Jonathan.
Bradley. I hate Bradley.
Yeah, because
I really
one
hate
of
Bradley.
I really
those
hate
aren't your
Jonathan.
names.
I
That's
hate
why
Bradley.
you
I hate
hate
Bradley.
them.
I hate Bradley. Don't call me Bradley.
I'm gonna call you
I
that
will
if
get
I
into a
win.
fucking fist fight.
Well, listen.
I just cursed. I'm sorry. But that gets me angry, man. Okay, Bradley.
That's just it's horrible.
A food stall in New Orleans is making white customers pay more. Can a $12 lunch change the way people think about racial wealth disparity in the U.S.? What about a $30 lunch? Chef Tunde Wei opened his pop-up stall in Rue Carré, where in early February, the listed price for the Nigerian food is $12, but when white people walk up to order, they're asked whether they would like to pay $30. Why? It's 2.5 times more than the $12 meal, which reflects the income disparity in New Orleans between whites and African Americans. He says that most white people have in fact opted to pay the $30.
This is fake.
Saying nearly 80% of his white patrons have said yes.
Fake.
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 Okay.
True.
You say it's true.
Yes.
Are we ready?
Yes.
It's 100% true. He says that
That's my
nearly
boy.
80% of the white people who have walked up to his pop-up have been willing to pay.
I'm going to tell you something. If I
Look at Brad.
if I went up to his pop-up store and me and Yonathan go for lunch, okay, and Yonathan pays for the same lunch $12 and I pay $30, I would say F you to that guy too. You hear me two F yous in one show.
Listen, Brad, I think you just described the outcry of every African
That's
American
right.
nation.
That is right. That is right.
We're just cursing up a storm.
That is
So
right.
the median, a little fun facts about the income disparity, particularly in New Orleans. The median income for African American households actually fell in New Orleans between 2000 and 2013. It went from 32,000 to about 27,000. Over the same time, the median income for white households stayed the same.
I wonder if that's illegal. You know, because
Well, it's optional. Like
it's
they
an
can
optional thing.
choose,
They
and
can choose.
80% of them.
Oh, I didn't hear the choose part.
That's because you didn't listen.
I heard
said
that. I didn't
even
hear
80
the choose part.
Yeah.
I just thought he was doing
It's
it.
an experiment.
But he was asking people to choose to do it.
He said if you would like to.
Oh, I would have changed my. You got to
Too
be
late.
But you got to be clear. I didn't
She
hear the
said
word.
it.
I didn't hear
multiple
that.
times.
Maybe
I
you
even
said
said
maybe
multiple
you
times.
whispered it in
80%
his
have
ear, but I
chosen.
didn't. Or maybe I think you may have turned your head that way to Jonathan.
No,
I don't know.
I
I'm
heard it,
protesting.
and I paid attention.
I'm protesting.
I think
I'm going to go back later and watch. And I'm going to protest.
Please do.
Okay.
Please
Do that, Bradley.
Everyone's calling me Bradley now.
Bradley fake.
I haven't lost yet. Okay.
The score.
Why are you calling me Bradley? I haven't lost yet.
The score is 3-2. Now, new viral video which surfaced really recently about an abnormally ginormous cow named Knickers in Australia, who stands nearly 6.5 feet tall, currently dwarfing all the other cows in that field. He's 7 years old. He was originally purchased to lead other cattle around, but now he just kind of frolics with them. He is truly ginormous. Is he real or is he
All right, Asset Lindo, I'm going to think for a second. Can I see the picture of this cow again?
Absolutely.
I want to see if this is photoshopped or not.
Absolutely, please.
Let's pull that picture up. Let me see if this cow is photoshopped.
I'm
gonna think through this for a second.
There he is.
Okay, does this cow, I'm gonna say he looks photoshopped, but I'm gonna say it's real.
Okay.
I say it's true.
You say it's true too?
Yeah.
Why?
Because it's abnormal shit that's happening in this world. Look at that. And,
But that looks photoshopped a little bit.
It does, a little bit.
But I'm gonna say true.
I think it's true.
I'm gonna say true too.
The score stands at 3-2 because it is false.
Oh.
So, fun fact, this picture is not photoshopped. It's a real picture. However, he's standing next to, first of all, he's a steer. He's not a cow. And second, he's actually standing next to Wagyu cows. So they're really small. And he is like 6.5 feet tall.
So he's a normal size.
So for the kind of cow that he is, he's actually a very normal size. He stands a mighty 6'4", which is just 2 inches
6'4"?
which is 2 inches taller than Arnold Schwarzenegger. He weighs 2,800 pounds, which if you're wondering is 14.5 Danny DeVito's. So basically,
but he's a real cow, so why are you saying it's fake?
Because he's not abnormally big.
That's not
Oh, wait a second. You know what? I'm going to protest now.
Abnormal.
You're asking me if this is a real picture. That is what I'm looking at.
No.
You didn't ask, is this an abnormally large cow? I'm saying, does this look like a real picture to me? And I'm saying, you know what? Yes.
Brad, let me ask you this question. Are we playing real or fake picture, or are we playing real or fake
But don't
news?
show me a real picture and then tell me something fake about the picture.
Of course I can do that. That's the whole premise,
No,
Brad.
that was a terrible question.
This is exactly
Terrible
that's the whole
question.
premise.
Ooh.
He's 7 years old.
Asset Lindo says that was misleading.
It was misleading.
It was very
We're tricky.
misleading.
It's the whole point of our game, fake news, which shows how believable fake news can be. Okay, and then finally, last one. 3-2. Are we ready?
Yes.
Yes.
A Florida woman went in to have back surgery, and the doctor instead removed her kidney. Now, Brad, I'd like to go ahead and tell you, this picture is not of really inside the surgery because we don't have that. I wanted to let you know. Can't look at the pictures on this one.
What was the back surgery for?
Now, the back surgery was because she had back pain from a car accident in 2016. And when the doctor cut her open, he saw a mass. And he was like, I'm going to take that mass out. He just took it out. They found out it was an undescended kidney, and she sued him for damages.
True.
False. Because if I'm a doctor, and in 2018, and I see something abnormal, unless it's life-threatening, and this doesn't sound like it was life-threatening at the moment, you close the person up, you tell them what you saw, and say, I'm going to go back next week and take it out.
You know what, Brad?
What?
The Agency for Healthcare Research and Quality completely agreed with you when they told this doctor, this very real doctor for this very true story, that this is considered a never event. This should never occur. It should never happen. He has been let go he was working as a freelance doctor for this medical facility. He has been let go as a freelancer.
Where's my ding, ding, ding?
Yeah, you can have a ding, ding,
All right,
ding.
Yonathan wins it again.
There it is.
Every time we play.
Undefeated.
Okay, Bradley.
And that's my birthday, too.
Bradley's my name next week.
Bradley. And it's 4-2, right?
It's 4-2. You
That's
got 4
my
right.
birthday,
I only
April
got
2nd.
2 right.
Hey.
Thank you, guys.
Well
undefeated.
done.
Mayweather. Money Mayweather.
Now I got to end the show because I'm so angry.
Everybody call him Bradley.
Everyone's going to call me Bradley. I'm going to end the show. And by the way, Sandy Braun Lewis says keyword was Florida. She's probably right.
100%.
Yeah.
I have to be honest. I play along with these typically if I don't know whether they're real or not. when we pull them, I play along with them. I got spiders wrong.
Oh, spiders I thought
because
was right.
because it was a California man. I was like, only in Florida would they burn down their
and by the way, Lisa Bling Rose says she got 5 out of. Where were you with to help me, Lisa? She got 5 out of 5 right.
Jeez.
Where's she to help me?
That's right. People did pretty well. Princess Brittany.
Yeah, I got the worst. I got the worst
4-1.
one. I was only 2 out of 5.
It does seem that way.
But you know what? It really goes to show my personality because everyone says I'm like a. I'm like Rain Man of immigration, and I'm really not good at anything else.
Not true.
Incorrect. But thank God you only get your news from trusted news sources.
That is right.
Thank God.
All right, we have comments of the day, Belgium Kim.
Absolutely we do, Brad.
All right, let's have a drum roll, please, for comments of the day.
Our very first comment of the day is from Christine. And she's got some bad news for us, Brad, even though it's a good comment of the day. She said, just letting you guys know that I'm going to be getting divorced before I ever get married because of the Brad show. My husband thinks you guys get way too much of my attention.
Oh.
But it's not her husband.
Huh?
It's not her husband yet.
Her fiance.
Fiance.
Yeah, but we're there already.
All
They're
right,
already in.
Don't get divorced because of us.
No. Have him join with you, Christine. Make him sit down, pop some popcorn,
That's right.
make it a thing.
Make it a thing.
We've got another comment of the day from Dawn Harriet, who said, Brad, I always look forward to your news segment. Very informative.
Thank you.
Wolf
This is
Blitzer
true.
Bradley over here.
Thank you.
Oh, we're going to get so much traction out of this. This is going to be great.
But now the squad's not going to let it go. Bradley. I'm going to leave Bradley for months now.
Forever.
It's going to drive me crazy.
Brad will never play real or fake news again.
Right. I'm going to be like, wait a second. Did this person just call me Bradley in the comments? And they're calling now for a
They're
question?
all calling
you
you
ain't,
Bradley.
you ain't getting your question answered.
Goodbye.
That's right.
Ooh, that's how you wield
That's
your power
how I wield
back.
power, yeah.
We got one last one from Howard Murphy, who said, good night, Brad. I got my citizenship thanks to you.
Nice.
Woo!
A lot of success stories today.
I have one here I just see.
Did you?
Yeah, Sani Braun Lewis wrote, it was fun, guys. I really needed this.
Oh, we needed it too.
Yeah, we needed it too. All right, everybody, don't forget, when you come back live on Monday, when we come back live on Monday, and you're live watching us on Monday, instead of hey, 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 it's squad up.
Squad up.
Have a great weekend. We'll see you Monday. So, Sam, as part of the production, we have to say this disclaimer at the end of the show. Do you mind reading it for me?
Okay, but you know, Brad, I have to do everything around here. It's bad enough I've got to remember everything that happened on the episode from the previous day.
Forget it. I'll do it. The proceeding was information only and not specific legal advice. Consult an attorney about your individual situation. Prior successful results do not guarantee a similar outcome in the future. To make an appointment with the Spar and Bernstein law firm located at 225 Broadway in New York City, call 1-800-529-5465. That's 1-800-529-5465. Easy to remember, 1-800-LAW-LINK. That's 1-800-LAWLINK. Once again, make a call to 1-800-529-5465. And of course, link up with the law offices of Spar and Bernstein, located at 225 Broadway on the 5th floor. If I were you out there, make the call, make the link, make the connection, make it Spar and Bernstein. 1-800-LAWLINK. That's 1-800-529-5465. And now, conveniently located in Hartford, Connecticut on 1 Congress Street. Visit us in Connecticut or in New York at 225 Broadway. That's 1-800-529-5465. 1-800-LAW-LINK. 1-800-529-5465. What are you doing?